person who's pulling a pain. Because for me, I'm like, no.
That's it. Hold on. Just go back slightly. There we go. That's perfect. Testing. And then I will come in. Hold on. In fact, you probably help. I'll switch this round. The only thing I'm glad I haven't got to worry about today is lighting. See, I've got to see look how tall you are, so gotta go really far back. I should have stood on something. We're joined by the lovely. It's not Ashley.
No, it's
Jordan.
Here we are.
It's the day of the Jordans.
Look at that.
I'm feeling treacherous. I always wear Adidas, but today I dropped the Nike.
That's what I'm talking about.
But welcome.
Thank you, man. I'm excited to be here. I've never been to a Matchroom HQ before. The fact that this is an office is ridiculous.
Mad.
This is the most insane thing I've seen. They've got alpacas. Who's got alpacas at an office? Do you know what I mean? It's nuts here, man.
You know what's even more insane? This is Eddie Hearn's childhood home. How about that?
Yeah, that's levels right there, isn't it? That's pure levels right there.
You can kind of like cope with the office, but when somebody says, yes, this is a home I grew up in, you peasant.
It's when I pulled up and they went, yeah, here you go, mate. Just drive down the side, keep heading down, take a quick left, you'll find the car. I was like, this is meant to be someone's house. Why do I feel like I pulled up to the fanciest hotel in Essex? It's nuts.
Yeah, we love it. But you're back again.
Yes.
I like that. To see you more than once means something's going on. What are you up to?
Do you know what? Nothing confirmed, nothing is, but I'm looking to work a little bit more with Matchroom and DAZN and do a few more bits. I had a lot of fun in Birmingham on the YAFI card, the next gen card, hosting the press conference and stuff. So, you know, I enjoy the sport. It's nice to be here, chat to the fighters, chat to you guys, have a bit of fun. Do you know, like, this isn't work. Do you know what I mean? I'm a fan like everyone else. Do you know what I mean? So if you get the option to say, look, you're a fan, but you also have the opportunity to come down, chat to the fighters, chat to the promoters, find out a little bit what's going on. Why wouldn't you do it? Do you know what I mean?
Imagine getting to do what you love and get paid for it, though.
It's the dream, innit? That's the dream. That's what you want to be doing, right?
But that is what you're used to doing, like you said, with your dancing. You went from the garage to the stage.
Yeah,
this is kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a transition, a sideways leap, because now you're moving into boxing presenting. You mentioned Birmingham. How did you find it hosting, you know, when the press conference was there and you were live on DAZN? How did you find it? Remember you spoke about, the worst thing that could happen. What happened?
Exactly. Do you know what? I won't lie to you. I spoke to you and I was not full of confidence. I was like, what's the worst thing that could happen? You have a go, this and that. I went up there and I was like, I'm with Darren Barker. I was bricking it a bit because not only are you standing there, like you said, you realise you're live, you're standing there with a camera and just behind you down there, you know, like Eddie, right?
Yeah.
Matchroom, he shows. I know he puts the fights together, he manages it like a business, but you can feel he wants everything to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like he works hard at making sure everything's presented well. So you kind of feel the pressure of him staring up at you as well, like, don't mess this up. So it was kind of one of them ones where, of course, I was a little bit nervous. I've done like a lot of live TV presenting before, and you know, obviously I'm on the radio every day, and I do this and do that. But the difference is with these press conferences and stuff, you've got to be super reactive. Someone could go, "Oh, we need to chat for 5 minutes, while we get another fighter in, or we could do this, or we could do that," and stuff that normally never even enters your head. You're like, "Okay, I know it's a YAFI Frank card." As soon as the camera turns on, it's like your mind melts and you go, Fraffy, and you're like, what are you doing? Just talk normally. It's so stupid. But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun doing it. I just feel like the more you do it, the less that stuff kind of sort of creeps in. And shall I tell you what? The first thing I did, which I never do in regards to anything else, it's only the boxing side of it I've looked. I went and found our interview and I look at comments, right?
Really?
Normally, I never look at comments. That's why I'm not on Twitter anymore, because all you get is hate, right? So I'm like...
Toxic Twitter.
Toxic Twitter, so I came off. And it was not... This is going to sound like an insult, but not. Quite a few of the comments were, no idea who this guy is, but sounds like he knows his boxing, or sounds like this, sounds like that. And I'm like, that's a way better place to be than, why the hell is this diversity geezer on here talking? I'm like, I would much rather people not know who I am and let me just come in with a clean slate, form an opinion, whether you like my opinions or you don't. That's cool with me, but I think that was a much better place to jump from. So yeah, it's been cool, man. I'm really enjoying it.
You know what you say about being like nervous? Sometimes your mind goes blank. Sometimes I forget people's names.
Yeah, it happens.
I forget what countries they're from. So that's kind of like normal. But you're kind of still used to like doing the live stuff. But the thing is, this is boxing. This is niche. It's very, very niche. And not everybody can just be a presenter and then jump into boxing. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, massively different. It's the same way in a bit of a broader scale, I suppose, not as niche. It's the same way going from TV presenting to radio. When I'm presenting on TV, you're standing there, everything's really glossy. You've got an auto cue in front of you. You know, you've got whoever your co-host is. It'll be like me and you standing here. You're like, yeah. People watch TV to feel like there's this little bit of a different realm going on. Do you know what I mean? It's meant to be glossy. When you're listening to radio, you're on the way to work, you're in the shower, you're washing the car, you're doing whatever. You want to feel like you've got a bit of company. It's meant to be more casual. So the styles of presenting are completely different. So when it came to boxing, it's, again, just trying to adapt to a new sort of style, enjoy it for what it is, not put too much pressure on yourself. And let's be honest, boxing fans are the harshest fans, not even just for boxers, for promoters, for presenters.
Everyone,
Mate, you could be a ring girl and get a coating from a boxing fan. They do not mess about. So of course I was a bit nervous, but no, it's cool. It's cool.
You got to get in. You slowly getting out.
Sorry, mate. Yeah,
you got. Yeah, I don't want the side of your face. He's trying to say. I think he's trying to say my breath stinks or something. You've got some mints.
No, do you know what,
mate? Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. It'll be toxic YouTube by the time this is finished. But you are right. It is that, like, that glitz and that glamour, but you handled it well. And it does help that you do know about boxing. It really does. And you can see that you're passionate about it because of the way that you spoke when we spoke about it. I thought, you taught me a thing or two. Because I didn't know your dad was a boxer.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah. And do you know what? It's funny. Of all the things I've done, right, you know, we've been really fortunate. We've won BAFTAs. We've sold out the O2 arenas. We're going on tour again soon. I think we've done like 150,000 tickets to this tour. Yeah, you know, we do all these crazy things. Of course, my dad's proud. When he saw me hosting a press conference, mate, he rang me and was like, "Oh my God, I saw this, I saw that." He was so. And my dad, when we won Britain's Got Talent, right? So I'm 16. I've come off. I'm like, "Dad, we won." This is how awkward my dad is. He went, that's my dad, the most awkward man ever. So when he rang me, like, genuinely gleeful, it made me super happy as well. It was really nice. And I like coming to boxing events as well because loads of people come up to me and they talk to me about my dad when he was a fighter. Like, I used to train, like, I interviewed Barry and he was like, "I remember your dad training there and doing this and doing that." And it feels really good, you know, it's nice.
Oh, it's good to be back in it. But we're going to talk about today's card. We've covered Birmingham. Obviously, Jai Opataia's not here, but we have got from one Jordan to another Jordan. Talk to me about that.
Well, I mean, I feel like this is a huge opportunity for Jordan Thompson. It's kind of one of those ones where, look, if we're honest, he has kind of come out of nowhere. I wouldn't say he's not exactly been in world contention and this and that. I feel like for our side, being over here in the UK, we're all rooting for Thompson. We're all like, he can do it. You know, he punches hard. He does this. He does that. Never fought at this level. You know, this is an insane jump. Opataia beating Bradis for the title. I think it's the IBF.
With two sides of his jaw broken. Let's not forget that.
What is it? The IBF and the Ring Magazine belt as well. It's like, it's not even arguably, he is the best cruiserweight. It's not even arguably, he is the best cruiserweight in the world. So it kind of puts us in this weird position where the hopeful side of you goes, Jordan Thompson's going to do it. It's going to be a tough fight, but he's going to pull it off. The logical side of your brain kind of goes, maybe not. He hasn't had the experience at this level. He's kind of stepped into this challenge. And, you know, I'm sure as fighters, they wouldn't take the fight if they don't believe they can win. But this is a big ask, you know. I'm really hoping he can pull it off. I know Jordan Thompson. The one thing that always shocks me about him is, like, I'm not a small guy, right? But when I see him, I'm like, how are you fighting at cruiserweight? You are massive. Like, he's a big, big dude. Hence why he punches hard and, you know, obviously, he's training out the Matchroom gym. He's got a good team around him. If anyone can do it, you know, being the underdog, Jordan can. So fingers crossed for him.
Yeah, I think even toxic Twitter agrees with you on that one. Yeah. It's one of them where it's like, it is a big ask. Coming out of nowhere, maybe not. He's been lurking in the background. But I'll tell you something, I don't know if you've clocked this, but we've also got Chevron Clark on the undercard. Yeah. Chevron Clark is fighting Dukar. Dukar is the one that dropped Jordan for his continental European. Forgive me with the belt. So I like what they're doing there. If you know boxing, you will know that they're sort of like building.
There's this mix. There's everything that's going on, and I'm excited for it because I've seen Clark as well, and he's kind of got like that like stout, powerful, kind of compact style, almost the kind of opposite to Jordan Thompson. And it's nice, you know, as we're getting through it, I always compare it to the heavyweights, because whenever I'm speaking to like family and stuff who aren't as into boxing,
It's always the heavyweights.
it's easy to sort of explain, but you kind of see this crop of current, like, you know, your Anthony Joshua's, your Tyson Furies, this and that. Of course, they've still got years left, but they are in the twilight of their careers. Eventually, like, it'll get to the point where AJ will be like, look, if this fight does get made with Wilder and then eventually Fury and this and that, if it does, over the next couple of years, I feel like once those fights kind of get done, there's not really much left for them guys. So I think this is where you're going to start to see the new crop coming through. And this is why I love following the sport of boxing, because right now, us as fans are talking about, you know, Chef Clark being on the card and Jordan Thompson. And in 3 or 4 years' time, you'll be like, oh, they're about to headline a huge arena, fighting for a world title. But do you remember when I was on the same card 4 years ago? And you're like, it's nuts. So I love seeing how the stories kind of develop, and I think we're seeing one now.
And that is spot on. And that's a note that I'm going to leave it on. Somebody that's also passionate about the sport, getting involved in the sport. You know what to do. Follow the man, Jordan Banjo, the star. Are you presenting today?
No, not today. I've just come down just to chill, man. Come down, catch up with you. And see everyone, and you know, hopefully see the fighters and have a little chat as well.
Well, I'll see you fight week. Well, obviously I'll see you after this, but fight week.
Yeah, I'll be down there fight week, man. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a big show.
Stay ready.